Good day, and welcome to another exciting, fun-filled episode of My Random Thoughts. So, today, I guess, is more of a somber kind of video as I think about some of the more challenging aspects of autism. The title of today's video is, Can I Play? Now, this kind of came to me as there was a point in my life where I was kind of living at a apartment complex, and I was on a higher floor. I mean, it wasn't like a high rise or anything, but there was always this thing where like I could hear the neighbors interacting like outside the window, and it's like I would look down and I'd see everyone interacting, and I'd be like, how do they do that? Like, how is this so effortless and so simple? And I'm like sitting there like behind blinds, like a caged animal or something, and like how are they doing this? What is this? Like, it's like the walls that I built to protect myself have become a cage that are keeping me in. It's like I'm living in a hell of my own making. It's like I could just go out there, I could just go down there and say hi, but I don't. And it's like it kind of reminds me of like when you're a little kid and you go to the playground. Like we get pushed into these social situations, so we have almost no control over anything as a kid. And maybe there's something to be said about how liberating that is to not necessarily have that control. Because as I sit here right now, as an adult, I can lock myself behind doors. I can hide myself behind shades and drapes and everything else. And I can just lock myself away. No one's really pushing me to get out there. It's like when you're a little kid, it's like, you get picked up, you get put in the car, and then suddenly you're at a playground. And there's other kids just playing around, and it's like you have like a broomstick that's like pushing your back, like, okay, go play, go play, go play. And, it's like, even if in your head you make these mental hurdles that are hard to get over, like the momentum of just someone kind of just encouraging you on to go do it is like enough to kind of just get the momentum to go and do it. But back to the title of this video, like you're not, and here's one of the things that I always struggle with as far as the autistic perspective is like, you're not automatically welcome to join in other people's games. Okay. And I'm not going to go too much of on a tangent, but it's like, I've been at work situations where I'm sitting next to like I'm sitting 2 feet away from 2 or 3 other people that are having a conversation, and they'll be like, "Oh, I love waffles," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I love waffles too," and then they all stop dead and they stare at me, and I'm thinking like, what is the problem? And it turns out like I find through the grapevine later on they're like, "Oh, you invite yourself into conversations." I'm like, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? It's not like these 3 people are over in a corner and they're like, which there's plenty of that crap that goes on too, which is, to have people whisper right next to you. And I'm like, well, what could you be whispering about? Does it involve me? It's like, how blatant. But anyway, it wasn't like blatantly obvious that these 3 individuals were having a closed off secret, like behind doors meeting or something about waffles. They're just talking, and I hear them, and it's like overspilling, like they're all splashing in a pool, and the pool's like, the water's splashing on me, so I'm like, I guess I'm in the pool too. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. So it like kind of gets back to like what I was saying. When you're a little kid on the playground, and you're like you can't just walk up and play. That's considered strange or like an invasion of the game or whatever. You have to go and say, "Can I play?" And there's a possibility that they say no, right in your face. No, you can't play. And that's the splinter in the mind driving you mad. This idea, this fear of failure, this fear of rejection, this idea of like, okay, they're not going to want me. I'm not going to be good enough. Like, I'm not even going to ask. Why even set myself up for failure? I'll just go sit over here by myself under the slide, or God forbid you ask them to play and then they say yes, and then you don't understand the game, and then you're holding back the game and you're making people upset. And then guess what? The next time you ask, "Can I play?" they say no, because you struggle to play the game. and the frustration that comes with that, it's insurmountable. It just, it can break a person. It can really break a person, and that's kind of how I feel. It's just like I'm just terrified to even ask to play because I don't know how to. One of the main challenges of autism is like I just don't get the rules of this game that we call life. Okay? So when it comes to a situation of asking, can I play? But no matter how much I try, no matter how much like I just try with every ounce of strength in my being to understand the rules of this game and try and play it like everyone else, I can't. I can't, and I struggle. And it's like instead of taking the football and holding it and running down the field, I'm dribbling it and trying to shoot it into a trash can. I'm like, did I do good? Did I do good? Did we win? Did we win? And I have the enthusiasm. Like, I want to be a part of it. I truly do. But I just can't bring myself to really understand it. So it's just, it's just a moment of reflection and I guess venting. And of course, I appreciate everyone listening to this because I'm just having a moment of like, you look out that window and, you got the blinds shut and you're like peeking through the blinds and you see all these people out there basically doing cartwheels down the street and laughing and having a good time and you just yearn so much to be a part of it, but you just don't know how. And then even worse, you don't have the strength or the courage or the self-belief to go down there and just be like, can I play? Yeah. Maybe one day I will. But anyway, yeah, I know there's a lot of people that struggle with the same exact scenario. So for all those people out there in this life that are sitting under the slide by themselves, understand that you're not alone. Understand that I'm right there with you. Look across the playground and look under the other slide and you'll see me. Okay? You're not alone in this. I'm right here experiencing the same exact thing and making these videos to try and make some type of solidarity or a place to kind of vent and kind of see someone else is going through the same thing. But yeah, it's tough out there. But don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. So that's kind of all I wanted to say in regard to that. And hopefully that was helpful. Maybe there was some type of chuckle in there. I don't know. There had to have been, I don't know. There's usually a laugh in this video somewhere. Anyway, and if you didn't enjoy the video, that's all good too. Maybe you'll like one of the other ones on the channel. So, good day to you. And as always, the answer is love.